You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.
Hello viewers, today we're presenting the 2013 Porsche Cayenne GTS. It's a beautiful piece of machinery, and comparing to the older model, it hasn't changed much. The only differences you might see out of, the blue will be the headlights and the body kit. But everything else sort of holds its own with the older model. Yeah, the hood changed a little bit, and right here it's a bit changed, but it's still basically the same. The wheels, well, they're 21 inches. They are an optional extra, but they have this Michelin tire, which is very grippy, very sporty, and it looks very well. So, the mirrors, they have changed. They've given them a little bit more of a roundness so that the wind can pass by them without an issue. Also, the door handles. They still sort of have that same features that the older one had, but it still has a bit of luxury to it. The big difference is the side skirts. In the other one, well, it was a bit taller. The ride was a bit higher as well. This one, thanks to this, well, it's a bit lower. It's not going to be that good off-road anymore. But that's a very small price to pay with this engine, because 420 horsepower, well, that's not a lot to ask for from one of these cars. Pushing 2 tons, this really needs a lot of haul. And that engine is putting it out quite well. Another thing this has as a sporty vehicle is the wing in the back. That wing doesn't produce very much, but it does keep the back on the ground. And that's a good thing when you're doing 162 miles an hour. This is the heart of this 2-ton beast. It's a 4.8 liter double overhead cam V8, and it produces about 420 horsepower and about 396 foot-pounds of torque. And that's not it, because this engine is an all-new engine. It's actually made of aluminum, and so are the cylinder heads. So it's very light. And you really do want something light when you're, well, basically hauling a 2-ton beast behind it. With all of that, you can reach about 60 miles an hour in 5.7 seconds, and onto a top speed of 162 miles an hour. When you wonder about it, well, 8 gears should take you a little bit more, but they are close ratio, and close ratio means you get more fuel economy, and once you step on it, you actually stay in the power longer. So I can honestly say that this is a great car. Aside from that, I would go out and try it. Even though the outside hasn't changed much, there is a drastic change, and that's the interior. So let's see what we do here. In here, you can tell that things have changed quite a bit. It's sort of as if the new 911 and the previous Panamera were combined to create all this leather and luxury feel and sports feel as well. As we can see, this steering wheel is wrapped in leather just as in the GT3 RS. Also, all of this is from the Panamera. You do get many settings and many buttons to do many things. As you can tell, you have all the heat seats and stuff like that. Also for the passenger, you have temperature, cooling. But here's where I'm at, because this is the thing that I didn't understand in the past, but I understand now. Because over here, it's all about sport feel, which lowers the ride height and everything else. Also, you can put it in comfort if you're going just for a ride, or normal if you're leaving it to your kids probably. Also, with this, you can move it upwards. It's rising up right now. This also, you can move it downwards just in case you have to remove something from the trunk and you're a bit short. But everything in here just feels great. And these seats, they're awesome because they're a bit suede, but also they're leather. This is to give it a more sporty feel. This actually comes with the GTS package. And that's about $3,000 in there. So these are very expensive seats, but they work with everything because they're all electronic. And look at this, telescopic wheel. And everything else in here is just great. That is a sat nav, which you can make work just by touching on it instead of buttons on the outside. Also, look at the skyline over there. Yeah, it's an entire roof made of glass. since the interior has changed quite a bit, let's just see what this is on about on the road. Because this is actually where this used to stick out. It was great off-road, great on the road, and a very good sports SUV. This is no different actually, because a few days ago, I took it off-roading, and it did quite a good job. The only issue was that, well, the tires. The tires are sport tires, and, well, they don't grip as well as hardcore off-road tires would. Also, the ride height. I can raise it, but the side skirts are a little bit too low on, to go off-roading. But aside from that, it's still a great vehicle. You can choose your settings. You can make it work to your advantage. And you can set it up to your settings, which all of that means you can make this car your very own. And like I said, $120,000? Well, you want a car to be all your own once you're paying that kind of money. But this has every single package. You get the smoker's package, you have the GTS package, you even have the sport brakes that Porsche gives you, which are carbon composite brakes. I mean, they're great brakes. You just look at them and they stop you. That's amazing. Aside from that, things in this car, they still work. They make me feel like I'm sitting right at home in my sofa chair, but they still hold me once I'm sort of making vigorous turns. All of that is great. I'm on 6 doing 25 miles an hour, basically getting about 27 miles per gallon. That's because the engine is quite big, but it's still a very good average for a 2-ton car. Also, there's a setting that I want to show you guys right now. Once we slow down, the engine shuts off. That's to save more fuel. Right now you're not wasting anything. Let's just say you're at the light, and once you get your foot off the brake, it starts once again. So there, you're saving quite a bit of fuel. That's actually a really good thing. Also the paddles, once you hit them, they just go there, they do everything. And the trim in here, it's beautiful. I just love everything about it. I still don't understand the point of an SUV or a sporty SUV, but I think it's growing on me because I'm liking this one quite a bit. And with this 4-wheel drive system, which works as good on the road as off the road, you can't go wrong with that. I actually like it very much. Well, thanks very much for walking. This was Sebastian Benzoni.
You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.